here.
So since 1999, that's like 27 years, if I'm correct. Yes. How would you assess the political structure that Lagos State has had, and how do you think Lagos State has been able to sustain this over the years?
Well, let me first start on a funny note. The way opposition to Lagos, or rather, let me say opposition will put it, they will say Lagos has been a one-party state since 1999. However, I think there's another state, Rivers, which has that kind of I think it's only a party that has ruled all along the party in Rivers State, which I think is good enough. But now, coming to Lagos State, continuity is the word I would like to use. So forget the joke I started with. It accepts Lagos in a way because Lagos has been able to sustain a vision, a blueprint, a master plan. You know, even though there has been some hiccups along the line, which everybody notices, even which you still have some effect of it until date. But it's been good for Lagos all along. So,
okay, but again, you talked about continuity, and I like that you mentioned that and you used it as a joke, one party state. And so some people have argued or will argue that yes, continuity brings stability, but others will share the sentiment of saying that because it is just one party that has been in power for a long time, it doesn't give room for healthy competition.
Hey, but then the party has remained in government not by force. It's through the ballot. So, there's nothing anybody can argue about that. If people continue voting a particular party, it's not the fault of the party. It's rather a plus for the party. So it's left for the voters. And there's an opportunity every 4 years. So there's nothing anybody can argue about that. You know, it's not as if other political parties have been suppressed not to run against the party. You know, there's always been contest every 4 years. So even if, and one thing about democracy is even if it's by only one vote,
it's a game of numbers.
Party A is a game of numbers. So if it's by only one vote that Party A beats Party B, it is Party A that has won. You know, so that's more especially at state level. So that is it.
All right. So having given the fact that, I mean, again, the power is in the people who have made the choices and voted the party into power. So again, what factors do you think has made Lagos stand out politically? Because again, Lagos is unique in all phases. I mean, if you look at it, what are those factors that you have seen that has made Lagos stand out? You gave an example of Rivers State, you know, and at some point Rivers State has crisis, you know, rocking them here and there. But for Lagos, what are those things that you think has made Lagos stand out?
Well, Lagos too has had crisis.
Of course, yes.
But, you know, and in life, crisis is part of life. But how you manage that crisis, it is what is important. So Lagos too has had crisis, but that's not the focus of this discussion. So what makes Lagos stand out is the ability of the party structure that has been in power to quickly see their differences and find a meeting point. You know, they always find a middle ground. At every point in time, since where human beings are involved, there will always be differences of opinions, differences of approach. So, and in politics, there will always be camps. And before you go to general election, even the internal politics of the party is there. So, but for Lagos, the people in charge of the party in power always have a way, you know. But like some people will tell you, it's Babasokwe. But in any human society, there has to be a structure. There has to be. If there is none, then there will be chaos. So there has to be people who others will be able to say, okay, how do we go about this thing? Even in family unit, you have the father, the mother, Then among the children, you have the eldest, you have the second born, you have
hierarchy.
So there's hierarchy. So I just wanted to break it down. So that even if children are listening now, they will understand. So there's hierarchy. So that I think has stood Lagos out.
All right. Okay. Having established in the fact that there is a hierarchy, and that has also been the strong point for Lagos politics. And then you talked about party structure. I'd like you to break that down a bit, and let's also, you know, talk about political institutions, grassroots, the power of the grassroots, and how it has also helped Lagos in sustaining its political system.
Well, when you talk of grassroots, the first thing that has helped Lagos and that will help any state is when people felt governance at the grassroots level. If they don't feel it, they will only wait for you for another 4 years, you know. But if they feel it, Ikeja is the capital of the city. Then you have the island, then you have the Ikorodu, you have the Ekpe. Expectations of people in all these areas differ, definitely. One, topography differs, so they understand certain things. Then people in Ekpe may not expect certain things that are there in Banana Island. But the moment government looks at what people need in specific areas, you know, and people always look at physical infrastructure alone, like roads, schools, hospitals, but then there are some programs and policies which reach down to the grassroots level. So once all these are provided, you know, the structure will be maintained.
Okay, I'd like you to hold your thoughts there now. We will need to go on a short break. When we return, the conversation continues.